Hello there friends, this is DotaNews. We're here to create the best Dota news channel ever. Here's what we cover in today's episode. It seems that the next pro season will be the best in Dota history. A conflict between Fishman and Gorgc. A guide from the legendary Lil on how to raise MMR on position 5. Noxville criticizes the ESL Pro Tour. Gorgc reacts to Zai retweeting NFT. Community guesses about where and when will TI 2024 be held. Yatoro is officially more popular than Dendi, and much more. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. I think we just must start with this one. Valve is preparing for a huge update. They have recently updated the game client, and here's what we find in the lines of code of Dota 2. According to what we see and how we can decipher it, we can expect a number of interesting things in the nearest future. There's gonna be a massive patch that will bring a lot of changes and innovations to the game. And not only the patch will be hot, also esports. It seems that now it's boiling inside, and sometime soon it will just burst into news. Multiple Eastern European casters and talents revealed some interesting insights about the next esports season of Dota. For example, sQreen. Guys, I've got some great news, but I can't disclose it yet, unfortunately. All I can say is that the next year will be very hot for tournaments and their coverage. I honestly have no idea what he's talking about, but maybe, probably, he means that the new tournament organizer of some sort will break into the pro Dota, because, you know, Valve cancelled the DPCs and all that. I'm just hoping that they will impress us with spectacular matches and other types of content, and as always, I will keep you updated on tournaments and news. And furthermore, the manager of Team BB, Lukawa, shared the same information. ESL are the first. They announced the Pro Tour by holding almost a full tournament calendar. In fact, you can only play EPT tournaments. It's already a full-fledged DPC. I think the other tournament operators will also pull up and will tell everyone about their plans for 2024 in a similar format, closer to the end of the year. And it's not just a couple of tournaments, it will be a lot of tournaments. So if two people are saying the same info, the conclusion is self-evident. This is probably true, so we should expect the most intense year in the history of Dota tournaments. However, not everyone is happy with the current state of affairs. Peter PPD Dagger has complained about the unclear future of Dota and the dash of Tier 2 scene. The current state of Dota Esports is disheartening, and the path forward seems unclear. After losing in the ESL Kuala Lumpur qualifiers, my team is left questioning what comes next. The T2 scene is effectively extinct, and now we're left with the results of our lack of concern and effort. Lately, optimism about Dota has been a struggle. There seems to be a satisfaction with the status quo by those who could instigate change, but at what cost? It seems okay on the surface as they continue to compete for larger prizes and receive higher salaries. But is everything really fine? The reality is different. We're becoming increasingly fragile and less adaptable to major changes. Our loyal fan base is dwindling and the new players aren't filling the gap. Meanwhile, betting websites continue to dominate fan conversion, further threatening the industry's health. The majority are reluctant to make the necessary changes and give this industry the overhaul it needs. We are forfeiting our values for economic gain, leaving us stuck in a trap that only appears stable on the surface, while in actuality it's crumbling around us. The issue is pervasive from top to bottom, affecting esports teams, their players, and the tournament operators. It's a regrettable situation that didn't have to evolve this way, but it's our reality. I mean, PPD is kinda right. It's pretty disappointing and dim if you look at this like that. Basically, he's saying that the Tier 2 scene is almost dead, and we will be just seeing the same teams and players compete again and again and again. What do you think, guys? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with Peter Dagger or not? For example, here's what Noxville, a famous analyst and statsman from Dota, responded to PPD. He talks about Valve's problems and the decisions they make. The ecosystem would be better if Valve moved faster, optimized earlier in the process, and improved their feedback process. And not just players, teams, which make it majors TI. Often the response for why this or why that can happen is some hidden constraint, which is only revealed in response to outcry. So more general transparency would also allow the community to get a more clear picture of the problems that the ecosystem has. I couldn't agree more with him, honestly. When you know why Valve made a particular decision, a lot of questions immediately drop. and it will be possible to get feedback from the community. Noxville also decided to criticize the ESL Pro Tour ranking system. In response to Gaming Gladiator's Seleri's post, he added that the system doesn't take into account any factors other than the final placement. The entire concept of their EPT ranking is really poor. It's decaying points based, looking only at your final placement, ignoring who you played or beat. If you want an accurate leaderboard, you'd use a well-known and mathematically rigorous rating method, not this. Earlier, Seleri complained about the inconsistency of the EPT ranking. It only considers Dream League Season 21 while ignoring the International 2023. But now let's switch to something different. For example, OG's new offlaner, Wisper, told about the transition to a new team. I'm a little nervous, this is something new. At first I was worried during matches, worried about the language, afraid I wouldn't do well, but it's going well. During the flight I was thinking, is this not a dream? Because playing for a team that won TI twice, it's like entering a new world. Apparently, he forgot that he won't be playing with Thompson or Anna. Of course, you can't forget these guys' merits, but still, OG is not in the best shape right now. To be honest, I wish Wisper only good luck on the new team, and we surely will follow his progress. And now, I think that you guys will find this guide by the legendary Lil pretty funny. He explains how to win on position 5.
Всем привет! Я профессиональный недоигрок в Dota 2, и сейчас я покажу, как очень просто апать рейтинг на пятерке и какие действия на линии являются базой для этой позиции. Для начала нам нужно застримснапить двукратного чемпиона мира и надеяться, что попадемся в одну команду. В этой игре случилось именно так. Дальше мы пикаем Виспа, покупаем хедреску, чтобы регенерировать ему здоровье, и танго, чтобы залечивать его раны. В центре, чтобы заблокировать большой спот. На первые деньги против Ориона можно принести топор, для того, чтобы ломать спруты для вашего керри, и он не тратил на это энергию. Когда соперник догадается разблокировать большой спот с центрей, старайтесь заблокировать его собой. Если стоит маленький спот и есть возможность разбить там несколько крипов, воспользуйтесь ею. У вашего керри не всегда получится добивать всех крипов под тавером. Помогите ему с этим. Если вам ничего не мешает, постарайтесь стакнуть маленьких крипов на споте. В дальнейшем вы сможете отпулить и выровнять линию. Вот здесь, например, линия запушилась, и фармить под вражеской вышкой для керри опасно, поэтому мы отпулим маленький и выровняем ее. Обычно на 7 минуте лейнинг закончен, и вражеская четверка уже не стоит на линии, поэтому делаем сингл пул и пытаемся дропнуть нейтралку. Как только мы выбили шмотку, сразу же отдаем ее нашему господину. Обычно этих действий на линии достаточно, чтобы лучший керри в мире выиграл в соло тебе игру. Поэтому всю оставшуюся игру просто фотографируем, как он всех. Ой, а вот и домик упал. Иногда для победы нужен всего лишь один хороший тиммейт.
Amazing, genius, a great guide, and it's clear that Yatoro will get you out of any game. The only question is where I can get a Yatoro for myself at 4k MMR or lower, because I'm honestly lower than 4k MMR, but still. Okay, enough with the fun, now we'll talk money. Remember what Fishman said about the $45 million prize pool at Riyadh Masters? So Gorgc responded and accused him of spreading fakes, and they had a conflict. Here's what Gorgc said. But anyway, according to my sources, I'm doing a counter-leak, if you will. Screw him, screw everyone who leaks. I'm not defending Riyadh or anything like that, it just pisses me off when people leak. I hate it and state that it's not true. From what I know, it's not. It's a a lie. Okay, so who should we trust? Who has the best source, Fishman or Gorgc? But anyways, insiders almost never guarantee that what they say will become truth in the end. However, if there's still a tournament with such a huge prize pool, we could see some of the most spectacular games in history of Dota 2. And now here's how Fishman responded to Gorgc. Hahaha, what? I wrote about $45 million and people are discussing it on Reddit, and even Gorgc commented, but why does he call it an inside? And what makes him think I had any info? Okay. So in my personal opinion, these guys just didn't understand each other. I just hope that this whole drama is over and everyone will stay with their own opinions. And speaking about pro players, ladies and gents, we have the first problems since there's no roster lock now. Somnus revealed that the Azure Ray lineup was only for one tournament. Here's what he said. That AR roster they have announced is for ESL Kuala Lumpur, and I think XG will still have a roster afterwards. Because AR's owner told me that he thinks AR is too meaningful to him, so he will keep the team, and he won't disband XG either, and will make a roster for them later on. Apparently, we'll be seeing reshuffles every now and then. The pro scene may become extremely unstable because of this. Frequent substitutions of players will lead to the fact that the team will not have any time to play, or prac, or build chemistry and all that, so the results will be bad too. It will become chaotic. Also, Somnus explained the reasons for his departure from the professional scene after TI 2023, despite Azure Ray's owner trying to persuade him to stay. AR's owner persuades me to keep playing as a pro, but I found that too tiring and refused that option. The exciting part of being a pro is to compete in LAN events, but the tiring part is about long periods bootcamping and practicing before every actual tournament starts. But fortunately, we will have at least one stable thing next year. ESL has finally posted their schedule for 2024 with a whole bunch of upcoming tournaments. All of them will have a prize pool of $1 million. So basically, this year will indeed be busy with various tournaments. And also, ESL posted the leaderboards for various regions. As expected, the leaders of Western Europe are Gaming Gladiators, and the next are OG and Team Liquid. By the way, in case you don't agree with the leaderboard or the points allocation system, you just can write your opinion in the comments below, and even you can try to guess who will become the top 1 team in the next season. More on the topic, let me remind you about the last Dream League, where teams were able to earn points for the second season of ESL Pro Tour. So far, Team Spirit, who won this Dream League, are in the first place. However, after the Kuala Lumpur tournament, the situation will change dramatically, because, you know, we won't see Spirit in the capital of Malaysia. Speaking of Kuala Lumpur, Saberlight will play for Team Liquid instead of 33. Let's see how the team will perform with the stand-in. I can say only one thing, it's honestly good that we won't be seeing any dooms into Midas into 60 minutes farm and all that. Anyways, good luck Team Liquid! And to wrap it all up, we have Yatoro, who got in the first place on Dota buff. Before him there was legendary Dendi. This is pretty predictable, Team Spirit's carry is the best player now. So people will try to look like him, play like him, copy him and all that. I'm telling you guys, really, just try playing Nyx offlane how Yatoro did, which I told you about in the last episode. It's an easy MMR farm strat. Blacklist International's co-founder and a very famous cosplayer Black Mage has left the org. She shared the reasons on her personal socials. It is with a heavy heart that I bid Tier 1 Entertainment farewell. The journey we shared in building the company has been both challenging and rewarding. However, it has become evident that our visions and values are not aligned. I am grateful for the experiences, relationships and accomplishments we've achieved together. Thank you for all the memories. P.S. I'm not pregnant. More on the Southeast Asian news, SunBhie decided to step down from the coaching position at Talon. My tenure with Talon has ended, I'm gonna take some time off and think on some stuff. During his year-long work at Talon, SunBhie achieved 2 top 3s at major lands, the Lima Major and Riyadh Masters. The club has still not disclosed who will fill the vacant position. Talon's roster includes Akashi, WS, Jokem and Ponyo. The next TI will probably take place in August. After ESL released the Pro Tour announcement for 2024 and disclosed their plans by revealing the schedule, people started noticing something pretty odd. The schedule includes Dream League at the end of October and qualifiers for the tournament in September. All other months are also busy except for one, August. It's fully clear and untouched. Also, Valve still hasn't announced which city will become the home ground for TI 2024. You know, they previously announced it during the internationals, saying like, hello people, this is the last day we're here, the next year we'll be there, come along. However, not this time. That's why people started suggesting that the next TI will be held in Seattle. Again, no visa issues for most players, really close to Valve's new office and all that. Why change, they might think? Well, on one hand, surely it's easier and more convenient to host TI in Seattle. TOs won't screw up, Valve can control everything closely, etc. But on the other hand, no more dreams come true for fans from other regions. Quick pro tip for your pubs: Lone Druid is currently broken, and Entities analyst The Chosen One explains why. Lone Druid miraculously avoided a nerf in the latest patch, currently boasting a win rate of 58% at Immortals. With around 7,300 games played, he's an absolute king in laning phase and in mid-game. Both the hero and the bear are universal, so build stats, with the most popular being plus 12 to attributes. During the laning phase, deny creeps and harass the enemy carry. If the support doesn't block the small camp, it's ideal to do this with the bear. Leave a skill point for Entangling Claws to use this skill point in two situations: when killing an enemy hero to reset the cooldown, or to dispel the bear. This allows you to break stuns and hexes, evade Astral Imprisonment, Razor's Static Link, remove Puck's Dream Coil, or Shadow Demon's Shadow Poison. Therefore, prioritizing the second spell is crucial. Your first item is a Diffusal Blade, as it helps you to push the enemy core from the lane and open the tower. After that, get Power Treads, Harpoon, and the Shard. At level 25, get 4 Wraith Bands for your hero. Apply pressure on the map, farm the jungle with the bear, control towers, claim Roshan's, push lanes, and force enemies to fight with you. Especially when your ultimate is active, as the hero becomes almost immortal. However, Lone Druid's win rate significantly drops towards late game. I mean, go try it, it sounds broken. But first, get some practice with bots before going to MM. The Ukrainian esports club Monte has announced a Dota 2 roster for the upcoming competitive season. This information was published on the organization's official social media channels. The team includes Crystallize, Infernal, and Eknard, along with 2 former players from Team Sexy, Moonlight and Geo. The team's manager is Anachronex, who previously worked with Navi, Windstrike, and Fly to Moon. Monte also has a Counter-Strike 2 team, which currently holds the 7th position in the world's best teams ranking by HLTV.org. Tundra's Dota 2 roster is almost completely dead, as the team announced the departure of AUI 2000 after 2 years at club. AUI joined Tundra on November 29th in 2021 and officially parted ways on the same date in 2023, symbolically. In a touching tribute, Tundra released a video dedicated to AUI 2000, expressing gratitude for his strategic brilliance and coaching expertise that led the team to victories. The org acknowledged his dedication and influence in nurturing the best from their players and setting a standard for the future endeavors in esports excellence. Gorgc also reacted to Zai retweeting an NFT project.
Brit and Zai also retweeting and tweeting about the NFT project? Really? That would surprise me. Them too? Was that old, maybe? Welcome to the 7th age, arriving December 7th. How are we supposed to know what this is? How are we supposed to know? This will be massive fire. Mr. Brown NFT. Some people are... Their entire life is the NFT thing. This guy has the same picture as Mr. Brown. NFT collector and marketing advisor. I bet you that this guy hasn't made a single dollar of being a marketing advisor. Marketing strategist, campaign manager, community builder, hashtag NFT collector. Nice, crisp animation. Oh, Zai. Retired for this. Retired for this, huh?
By the way, here's Gorgc playing DotA AllStars, the very first Dota, the original, the legendary game. Someone still remembers it. It's very nostalgic.
Nice hook, see? I'm gonna X the backline out, look. my blade mail. I'm blade mailing her. Nice. Go, 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 go. I eggs him, I eggs him. Egg. Oh, too easy, bro. Egg. Fucking only 2 hours. This is more what I'm talking about.
Dota 2 Online is decreasing. During the last few months, its online indicators slightly dropped. But don't worry, Dota is not dying, don't be scared and anything. This always happens after TIs and when there's no content and there are no patches for players to cover. Moreover, Valve promised a huge patch and an event pretty soon, so we might be seeing some significant numbers here, even up to 500k maybe. Who knows? For example, are you still playing Dota or have you dropped it? And will you get back to it just for Frostivus? Write in the comments below. Also, here's what Arteezy says about Kick and Twitch. He compared the platforms and named the biggest differences.
Glad it's been chill. It's been fun to stream. On Kick at least. Kick, compared to Twitch at least, I feel a lot more positive vibe. Kick, in general, people are nicer. Twitch is just like super negative. I have to like pretend nothing exists. Oh, this year I haven't gotten that many viewers. The most I got, I think there's like 16,000. It definitely has to do with more viewers, but I also think it's just like shitty culture. Maybe it's my fault, maybe I don't know, but just sad there. Not as happy times.
Personally, I agree with him. Twitch is not the most stable platform and their rules could sometimes be unclear. Your channel can be banned in an instance and you won't even know why. Anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave your feedback in the comments below, because it's really important for me to improve by listening to you guys. Also hit that subscribe button to follow the best Dota 2 news channel. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.